A summer of turmoil has ended. As the colder weather draws ever closer, the people of Bantraphyll are adjusting to their new way of life as citizens of the Dearborn Combine. Sure, there are a few isolated spats every now and then, but the common man has thrown off the yoke of their feudal lords and adopted the life of the corporate. The 4 Bantraphyll refineries now employ a large share of the planetary population, showering the middle classes with wealth and providing very profitable for their corporate overlords. That is not to say there are no problems on Bantraphyll. The military phalanx of Dearborn, who serve the people as public security force, frequently struggle with various revolutionary groups and the remnants of noble houses grasping to retain their ill-gotten power. This resistance retains a large amount of support among the public, seeking to retain the status quo in the face of overwhelming change. Overall, however, the time of transition has passed with little trouble. The formerly noble dynasties have been dethroned, their castles and mansions returned to the people, their names have lost all weight. And there are no raids on Dearborn transports with the revolutionary forces making off with supply crates under the cover of darkness. And there have been a negligible amount of riots clamoring for the patriots to get off their planet or leave Bantraphyll to its people. And there are definitely no drawn-out interrogations in back rooms, and no suspected revolutionary agents hauled off to isolated cells on warships. To admit such things occurred would cause upheaval in the political climate on Bantraphyll, and a planet heading towards an unusually cold winter, the corporate government can afford no such thing.
And we open on the very same town square that we saw in the first episode. Last time we were here, there was a dance. Now there is a crowd of people watching as, well, what will soon be known to the people as politicians, but what for now is simply called speakers of the people, expressing their opinions. As it has just recently been announced that the nobility on Bantraphyll has been overthrown, and there will be a new republic in its wake. And a republic will not do without leaders elected from the common man. So everyone who has even a little bit of capital scrounges for a seat in the new parliament. That is not to say that the world has simply flipped a switch and adapted. And these new speakers are going to need protection. It's why Dearborn's military phalanx has become, well, a public security force of sorts. They are here in large numbers, sporting uniforms and guns. And there's a palpable tension in the air as Bantraphyll breathes in for the coming of the storm. Then we hear a shout from the back somewhere. It says, "You lot get the fuck out of our planet." And there's a brick flying through the air. And the crowd gasps. And just as this brick is about to hit a soldier, we see a machine hand grab the brick. And it crumbles to dust between his fingers. And we zoom in on CH4 as he's joined the ranks of the military, ready to usher Bantraphyll into its new age.
We hear the crowd start to go crazy, and the scene fades to black, but we still hear the crowd, and then the crowd the voices, the shouting, the anger that we hear becomes muffled behind a wall, and we fade in on a familiar dining room where an unfamiliar person sits at the head of the table, reclining, their dirty boots on the table. We see a stain on the white tablecloth. They are dressed in the outlandish fashion of the head of the Dearborn Combine, but it is not a person we have seen before. Or if we have, it's not been, they haven't been named. And they say, well, thank you for the new headquarters. Get out. And we pan over to Ceres and her family standing there. Her father says, where do you expect us to go? They say, well, you have other property, don't you? And Ceres says, you have already taken our summer home. Also, you have frozen our assets. Do you expect us to live on the street? And at first, it seems like the figure sitting at the chair is going to just shoo them out anyway. And then they say, oh, actually, I have a great idea. You can stay here. Dismiss the servants. These will be our new servants.
We go from that scene to the city hall, and on the steps, kind of walking down outside, we see Malik and a few people from the Dearborn. Malik's holding like this case, like a space briefcase, and like we see that we're coming in on a conversation. And Malik says, "We're as always, we're entirely grateful for everything the Dearborn's doing. These resources are really going to help. There's a few areas that are pretty run down in the city, so it's gonna be very nice to see some resources put into that." And then the Dearborn are like, "Yes, of course. We're glad to help those less fortunate than us." And then as the rich off-worlder person is just kind of blabbering on about how great they are, we hear gunfire like start to like pepper down on them, and like so then the guards around them immediately like, oh, like start to block and try to get them like behind like the columns of the city hall. A mech like lands in front of them, like on the steps of the hall. The cockpit like bursts open and someone like shoots out. They tackle Malik and like rip the case out of his hands, and then like jet boot back into the mech and shoot away. And we see a couple mechs like start to follow them, and like the Dearborn guys get like rushed into a car and driven away, and Malik's just kind of left there in the brink of the chaos. And it all kind of ends in like about 15 seconds. We see like in the sky over there, like the mech flying away and a couple others chasing after it. And then Malik kind of like gets up, like dusts off his suit, and then just like the camera zooms in and we just see a small smirk, and then the camera kind of fades off of that.
Nice. We see Professor Angela Jones. She is in the coffee shop that she normally grades papers, but she has no papers to grade today. And she's meeting with another one of her students, and they are leaned close. It's not one of the students we've seen before, it's a new one. She's trying to recruit, but as they are getting deep into their conversation, a certain woman at Estrella Capella we saw last week walks in, orders a coffee, and gives Professor Jones a small wave. And as she looks up at Estrella, she realizes she can't continue this conversation here. And quietly changes the subject to classical literature. Frustration just radiates out of her body as she realizes that whatever she might have been able to accomplish here has been curtailed. And that'll bring us to our first game, which I realize we didn't actually discuss the order of that before the show.
No.
We normally don't. It's just whoever has an idea tends to go.
Let's see. I think I would like to do. See, there's lots of stuff I want to do, but not sure which. I think I want to see CH4 in action a bit.
So do I.
'Cause it's
I've got
been
a
little
proposition
while.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to meet sword to sword?
Oh, would I? It's gone so very well for me in the past.
I know.
Mm.
I figure we're maybe in our mobile frames.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
How
that'd be cool.
how did the two of us come to be standing alone, sword to sword? And I'm gonna keep you to alone in this one.
Yeah, alone. How did the two of us fight or end up fighting alone? Let's see. I think this is because he's coming down on the revolutionary forces at this time. So maybe we're there's a raid on some complex, and you happen to find out. Is this in the junkyard where you were talking to Malik earlier? Maybe. Have we found that place?
Maybe, and maybe everybody else has cleared out. And it's just she's like the last one holding down the fort to make sure everybody gets clear.
Mm-hmm.
When you come in, it's not like a full raid though because it's just CH4.
Yeah, I think probably what's happening is that the other forces that were here are now busy elsewhere. Like they see the two of us fighting, and somehow they're all called off to do something else at the same time.
Of course.
Yeah, like just like a barrage of messages coming our way as lots of things are happening around the city for some reason that we might get to later.
Gotcha.
So it's the two of us in the junkyards, sword to sword.
What do you notice? What do I notice about you, or what do you notice about me?
I think what you notice about CH4 is that he's got the purple light on. So this is what's become the battle mode. He's a bit more in tune with the army in that sense.
I think what you notice about this mech made out of junk is that it has a very new looking Dearborn Combine brand submachine gun added to it. It's pretty obvious that it's a new addition, but also very obvious that it is
yeah, it's bright blue.
It's bright blue, yes, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. Sword to sword. I think this is the who's the better swordsman point, where we want to get going.
I'm gonna probably say CH4.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I think that's true.
I mean, we haven't really seen, other than the brief free-for-all, we haven't really seen...
What's your frame's name again?
My frame's name?
Yeah? Does it have a name?
I don't think it has a name. Let me double check my notes. No, it does not have a name. It's basically junk strapped onto an old X6 high stepper that's almost completely unrecognizable from the base form of what it was. So it doesn't have a specific name.
The Millennium Falcon of Bantraphyll. So, yeah, I think with that, I get to ask the first question. So let's see. I think this is the point where you realize that it's not the first time we've met, but it wasn't as formal of a fight as it is now. So he's probably going to be a bit observant at this point. So I think he just holds the sword out. I think it lights up with that same purple streak.
And I think...
And we circle, touching the tips of our swords. What do you say to me?
Ooh. You don't belong on this planet. You think you have a right to be here, but you do not. Leave while you still can. And her sword is like a chain sword. It's like a chainsaw sword with just going on. And she, after saying that, launches into a sustained attack with her weight behind it. Do you give ground readily or grudgingly?
I think he gives ground grudgingly, very alliterative. Yeah, I think what he's doing is that he's just trying to look at each move and just like sustaining himself. But he's also, there's a point of pride to it. Like he's not going to let this junk bot destroy him.
Yeah, her attack is not reckless, but it doesn't seem to have any like formal style to it. It's chaotic at best.
Yeah, we probably see like formulas running in his head, but like nothing is coming up. There's no consistency here. There's no patterns. So I think we see CH4 backing off a bit, pulling away, and he lowers his sword for a moment. He pretends to falter and dips his blade. Do I draw you out, or do you recognize the ploy and hold steady?
She recognizes the ploy and holds steady. As you pretend to falter, she stops and she pulls back and gives a moment to pull back. After you falter and pull back, however, she thrusts at you from a different angle, one you weren't expecting, and you barely turn it, a fraction slower, and you've been cut through. Does it exhilarate or thrill you? Chill you. Chill.
I was gonna say those are like the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we get this moment, and what I think is happening is it overlays with a moment in the dance from last week. Some sort of like exchange where we switch partners. And he just smiles and says, "Nice moves." See, and like with that, as he like steps out of the way of your thrust, with his non-sword hand, he grabs the hold of your wrist, and draws you in close. Do you let your sword drop, or do you shove me away and fight on?
Boy, that's a tough one. I let... Yeah, I let my sword drop as you draw me close. What do you think you're doing here?
My job. What are you doing?
What needs to be done? And like at this point, she's gonna shove away and basically make a break for it.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna follow. He's gonna let you get away.
Would you like to transition into a chase as your game?
Would I? Sure. Yeah, we jump out of the junkyard and we take to the rooftops, I guess.
I love rooftops.
They're pretty great. Let's see. Transition. You know, fancy diagonal wipes.
Fancy diagonal wipes indeed. Watch this. What? So you are definitely the one chasing.
I'm the hunter, I think.
No, move over here. Stay where I put you. Dang it.
Damn, these coins. Okay, so let's see.
There we go.
Yeah, so I'm the hunter, and you are the quarry.
Indeed. Which
And
means
as
that...
such, the quarry conducts the chase.
Indeed, indeed.
So where are you headed?
Where am
Where's safe?
Safe is out in the Bantraphyll forest. We have set up a safe house out there in the wilderness, and the Combine doesn't go out there. They have plenty of locals to take the trees down and replant, but they don't go out there themselves. So she can make if she can make it out of the city to the tree line, she's pretty much home free.
Yeah. And since this is the Bantraphyll forest, does it look any different from like a normal forest?
I picture Bantraphyll trees to be like with huge purple trunks that have like weird veins coming around them and like teal leaves. You know.
Yeah, you're doing a
as
bit
you
of
do.
a pellet swap.
Yes. Sure. Well, I know this ground well. Follow me if you dare, but throw. On tails, you're plunging into heedless danger, and I need not choose admission during this chase after all. So she, after she pushes away from you in the fight, she takes a running leap up like a trail of garbage in this dump. And there's no way you'd be able to... Following is very perilous, because where she jumped exactly, you'd have to follow. Otherwise, it's going to shift and you're going to fall before she makes a leap off of that onto the rooftops.
Yeah, he's striding after you. Whatever danger may come. So I'm going to throw. Draw myself a coin. Or I can just flip one. Let's see. Coin 5. Which is a tails, I think? Yeah, tails.
That is tails.
All right. Well, then I need not choose any concessions after all. How do you plunge heedlessly into danger at this?
I think what he's doing it's probably like very symbolic to Angela. It's like if you like look back, it's because he's like jumping from tree to tree. It's like tearing the Bantraphyll off. There's like shards of like bark and the like.
Because we're not out to the
Flying off
Bantraphyll
after
forest
him.
yet. We're still in the city.
Right, yeah, we're still in the city. It's I think what he does then, like we see him like jumping from rooftop to rooftop, and I think like I've been picturing the city as like very, very Mediterranean. So it's like a lot of like white and like not like necessarily marble, but like chalk. And, like it's just so we see like bits and pieces of like the roofs of like people's homes that he's like stepping on. And I think it sort of like drives the point home for Angela that these people don't care about the
They
government.
don't care about the people. No,
Yeah,
not at all.
we're literally stepping on peasants.
Yeah. Seeing that, I drop down to the city streets and lead a dizzying course through switchbacks and blinds. Follow me if you want, but throw on a tails you're lost and won't be able to find your way back out.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw. He's not giving up this chase.
Never.
Had that happened to him before. So, let's see. That's a heads.
All right, you managed to follow her through the streets. After you manage to follow her through these twisting, turning streets, narrow alleyways that barely fit the mechs, up and down inclines, she climbs back up onto the top of a building, and follow me if you can keep up, but throw on tails. The way is exhausting, and I gain a coin.
Yeah, I think we get a shot of like CH4 in his frame, like standing on the street, looking up towards Angela, like up on the roof, like for a moment, and then he just jumps upward after her. That's heads.
Jeez. Yeah, just completely. As we run forward, I reach the end of I reach the edge of the city, and there's like a stretch of open ground between where the last building is and the tree line, and so I leap away. Follow me if you can rally yourself, but throw. On tails, you stand gasping, and I gain a coin.
Yeah, I think you just see him jump off into the tree line, close behind. RNG says, "Save me now."
Tails!
Yes! Give me a coin because I can't figure out how to do it. Put it in the pink box. Yeah.
I got you.
That was it. I have more coins than you do, so I win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she makes a leap into the tree line, and grasps into the trees like partway up, and like maybe you didn't realize it was swampy or something, and wind up sinking into the earth as she winds up like Tarzaning it through the trees, and gets away in her mech before you're able to pick yourself out of the mud and follow. Yeah, I've come to some temporary security, a warren, a tree to climb, a door I can lock to behind me. This is where I go to ground. She makes it into the forest, and you cannot follow her. For now.
Yeah, I think maybe we get like a closing shot of CH4 as he's like climbing out of the mud. We hear a communications feed. Well, it was like that's like slight static buzzing to cut this forest down.
Oh, shit. All right. Who's next?
I have an idea.
Yep. I'm good too, but if yours, go ahead.
Well, I mean, you'll still get to play. Because I really want to steal time together with Amon.
Okay.
So let me fill you in on a little thing that I established kind of like at the very tail end of last episode. You're in possession of my damaged mech.
Oh. Okay.
Like, not necessarily you specifically, but your resistance group has recovered it from the wreckage.
Okay.
Yeah, we should have mentioned that. I forgot.
Yeah, that should have come up at some point.
I mean, it's
Here we
coming
are.
up now.
Or maybe I'm just finding out too. Wait, what do we have? Wait, what do we have now?
Why did you take that? What?
Wait, I've fought that thing before. I know what that is.
You have the ghost mech, and I'm coming to get it.
For some reason.
I guess. Are you coming to the Resistance to get it, or are you? Well, I guess you don't know that I'm me. So.
Okay, so it's totally up to you. Should this be a scene between Amon and Ceres, or should it be between Malik and Ceres?
I guess if you know the Resistance movement has it and you're going to them to get it, it would probably be Malik. Or not, I mean, Amon, sorry.
That's what I'm figuring then too.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that's the setup, but how did we specifically come to be stealing time together?
I think you probably like somehow found your way, like if I'm stealing time together. There it is. So I guess in my head, we've picked up a lot of like new recruits since the attack and everything. And so not all of our people are necessarily trained very well. So I'm thinking you like followed someone who thought they were being sneaky back to one of our hideouts. And then started asking questions and stuff. And then I happened to be at that hideout. And so while you're like buggering down one person for like no, I want my mech or whatever, I just kind of show up I step out of the shadows into this exchange because that's how I do things. And I'm just like, I think that's how the two of us came into it. Like I was like, I'll deal with this. Go on, you.
Okay. What do we notice about each other? What have we heard?
Let's see. I think my mask probably isn't, because usually it's very like pristine. I think my mask probably has like some dents and like maybe some like cuts now. Sure, like we've been fighting a lot, and like I've probably taken a couple of hits in like the random skirmishes we've had. And yeah, that's you noticed that about me, and that's probably what you've heard as well.
You definitely noticed. Like, I don't think you've seen me since the last time we met up when you were Malik.
Yeah.
So you see that scar across my face, and you've also heard, just that the Dearborn have
the nobles aren't so hot right now.
Well, it's that the Dearborn have kind of ousted all of the nobles, and the nobles aren't exactly happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
And you would definitely know that the Fall family hasn't escaped this. Some have, who have been sucking up to the Dearborn.
Sure, yeah.
Like some of them got to keep their houses.
Yeah, some of them they've been brought on as like cultural consultants or whatever.
Exactly.
And like, okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, so I think like I like come out of the shadows and tell whoever it was to go away, and also that I'm going to talk to them later about something very important. And so they leave, and then I like look to you and like, shall we have this talk in private?
I sort of look you up and down. Do I see any weapons on you?
No.
If you would prefer it.
I like just give like a nod, and I like it's kind of like there's a dark area. And I just like nod that way. And then I walk, and like you see like a light when I step into the shadows, and you see like a light turn on, and like there's a back room in this like warehouse or whatever we are. Yeah, and I like walk in there, and It probably like used to like this is probably like an abandoned factory or something. So like this was like a manager's office. So like there was like a desk and like a office chair and like papers and stuff about whatever this factory made. And then on top of that, there's also like resistance type paperwork now, in addition to like purchase orders and stuff. And so yeah, but it's still a big mess. Like this is clearly very haphazard in what we're doing here. But yeah, I go in there and like lean against the desk and wait for you to come in.
So I follow in and I shut the door behind me. And I recognize your mask because you're the face of your resistance group. I remember the symbol, but I can't remember the name of it.
Gravitas.
Gravitas, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really have a lot of information on you. And so I feel like a cross between reluctant to talk to you and at the same time I'm desperate, so that's why I'm here. And I think rather than dancing around it with pretty words or whatever, I'm like, I've tracked my mobile frame to your warehouses. I would like it back.
And I think like he chuckles a little bit and it goes through like the voice modulator so it sounds creepy. And like, if only I could tell myself 5 months ago that a noble would be coming here asking for something.
Something that is mine, but I can understand why you would want to put it to use.
Well, how I guess before I how did it, was it like the mech was just like gathered out of the rubble of the battle?
Yes, it was damaged, and you were like, "Oh, we can use this."
Like, oh, this is ours now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know who pulled me out of the cockpit. I was in the hospital for a long time.
Okay,
though,
got it.
And you might know that. That's up to you.
Okay. Like, we recovered a lot of things in the wreckage of the battle. Who's to say whose is what?
I think I hold out a data pad and there's like a beeping and it shows the floor plan of your warehouse. I don't say anything, but you know what that means. Like there's a tracking device on it. You have it. It's mine. I lean up off of the desk and I walk closer to you. I put my hand up to like the edge of the scar. So I touch your cheek. May I? You may.
Yeah. So
I just kind of stare your mask down while you do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a little creepy, but also there's like, I think it'll come across when you like. You've been hurt. You've been just as hurt by them as we have now.
I was never fighting for myself before. Now it seems I have to. I don't want you to misunderstand those words. Too many nobles have forgotten that we take an oath to protect the people.
So let's say this mech is here and it's yours and we give it to you. What are you going to do with it? Why would it be better served giving it back to the nobles when we could do something?
You're not giving it back to the nobles. You're giving it to me. But I'll tell you what I want to do with it. I want to train to fight in a different style. I want to use what they know against them and surprise them. I want to shove it back into the Dearborn and drive them off this planet. We've met before. I remember that voice. Back when I was hiding.
Well, if that mech is actually yours, then yeah, I'd say we have.
And I remember what you said to me. That if I truly want to help the people of Bantraphyll, then we don't have to fight.
That's true.
I think I reach out and I grab your arm. May I?
Yes, you may.
I truly want to help the people of Bantraphyll.
I think he does the like flip and grab your own arm thing. May I?
You may.
And he like pulls you in a little bit, so like the mask is like right in your face.
Okay.
Now, when you say the people, who do you mean?
You think I mean the nobles. You think I mean to restore what we've lost. And I won't be wrong to say that I want to help my family. But I want to help all of the people who are being stepped on by the Dearborn. I want to help the common man just as much as I want to help my father, who is now scrubbing floors for a Dearborn elite. I don't need things to go back to the way they were. I just need things to be better than how they are now.
Yeah, like he lets go of your arm and like slowly kind of pulls back. He like reaches into a pocket and pulls out like a key card. Like, well, then let's go see your mech.
I just kind of nod.
Damn thing's been hard for us to break into anyway. And then I think, unless you have anything else you want to do, I think that's a good place to call it. Like,
no, I'm
like,
good with that.
Cool. Yeah, I was leaving and like walking kind of towards this like big door, and I just like put the key card up to it, and then it opens, and we see like a bunch of other pieces of tech and stuff. But yeah, your mech is kind of like
it's like center frame in the back.
Yeah,
like
totally. It's like sitting in like we've like set up like one of the like those like the like a chassis holder thing, and it's like like set up onto that like. It's like we've tried fixing it up some probably, but like it's still probably got some like damage but yeah, like it's like still very much intact and like we probably closed on like someone's like got someone's got one of the like the torches that you like and like they're about to like they're going at the emblem of your family, and I'm like, what? No, stop, no.
We're not doing that anymore.
No, call it off. And then we close there.
I love that just like the voice filter on. It's like, no, stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop. What are you doing? We're doing a thing. Don't.
No, she's here. It's fine.
Call it off. Shut it down. Everyone go home.
I'm just thinking dark helmet.
All right. So, that was technically Estania's game?
Yes, it was.
All right, Tex, what do you want to do? This can, of course, be any amount of time later.
I think I would like to do a tactical skirmish with CH4.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so I think this is like sometime later.
Yep. That's
Okay, sorry about that. I was a little bit slow on the mutes. Well, this is gonna take a minute, maybe?
maybe.
I think we're okay.
Yay!
You're not on fire, are you?
No, I think PN is doing something. Everything okay out there?
I was cooking kale, it's fine.
Okay. I think we're okay.
Good.
Good old cooking.
Cooking thing, and yeah, just got a little smoky.
It got a little hot in there.
A little hot in there.
Yeah. Clearly the machines are revolting.
Okay, so tactical skirmish. Myself and CH4.
What is your target?
So I'm thinking there is a
Are you
like
going after the election?
That's what I was thinking. Something
Are
involving
you
the
going to
election.
kill the president?
I think I kind of want to kill somebody important. I don't know if it's like the head of something, but like an advisor or like one of the candidates or something like that. I think our target is somebody important to the election.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is probably like the preferred candidate for the Dearborn. Is a certain Orion Cross former
Got it.
noble who is
Cool.
now sided with the Dearborn.
Oh, totally, yeah. So you picked out a noble that's like he's good with the people, he's good with us, and like, oh yeah, we're totally gonna take him down. Or we want to at least.
And for the long-term listeners, this is also Aurora's father, a serious
Nice.
friend.
Oh, nice.
I mean, we're not really friends. She wished
I
we were
mean,
dead.
friends.
So.
Yeah. Facebook says it's complicated.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm going after. I'm the attacker, and I'm going after the this candidate. And I think it just came about like maybe they're having like some sort of like campaign meeting, and you guys are doing a patrol or you're set to guard him, and we just like ambush the place and just start firing, very out of nowhere, and so. I think the same. What do you notice? What have you heard? Is kind of there. These attacks have been going on a lot, and especially from like this group with the weird masks and stupid voice shit.
There's a whole profile on that.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's like
we can't figure out why they're doing this.
Yeah, like why are they even? We don't understand why
they all sound the same.
We suppose it's to hide their identities, but it's still pretty lame. And I think our mechs are like they're functional, and like it's not like it's not hampering their ability anyway. But there's definitely like scrapes and like paint missing on stuff, and like char marks and like that have been like bolted over or whatever.
It's like those like, purposefully worn out jeans. Like it's just like it's a fashion statement. We've been
fighting a lot recently, and like this another just random attack because we're good people? Question mark.
Yeah. Are you? Do good people kill the president?
If the president's bad, maybe I don't know. And then what have I anything I've heard or noticed about you in this?
Let's see what I think you've noticed like over the past as the campaign has been building up and this guy has been getting like more and more like votes and more presence in the media is that I think why you're going after him in particular is because you notice that the executives, which are these like Dearborn elites that we've been hearing about, they've been like following him around. So I think they are also here.
Got it. Okay.
Is what you've heard.
Cool. All right. So I have come up with a couple random. So I have 4 troops with me. Their names are Imp, Goblin, Gorgon, and Djinn. Because, demon themed. Or hashtag on brand.
Okay. Yeah, so I have the 4 executives, and I think that's gonna be it. Pull up their wonderful names. We have, let's see. Yeah, first up we have Alestria Capella, Angela's old friend. Saw so much of last time. Then we have the one that was lording over Ciri's family. Their name is Draco Euphorion. Then there are 2 others. We have Lillipad Nebula and Oculus Cloud.
I love weird futuristic names. They're so good.
Lillipad Nebula?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah. Shout out to the Galaxy Name Generator.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, so it's these 4, and I don't think they have like mechs, but I think they have like power suits.
Okay,
it's more
cool.
like Fallout power armor.
Got it.
Than
Awesome.
like mechs proper.
Sweet. So yeah, like they're still kind of on foot, but they can handle like hits and deal damage to the mechs that we come in.
Yeah.
Because we're still revolutionary stuff, so ours aren't like full on combat mechs. They're still like weird retrofitted things. So yeah, definitely them in their super high advanced military power armor is enough to fight our weird retrofitted kind of fighty construction mechs that are we bolted weapons onto. Cool. Let's see. So take turns making demands of each other. The attacker makes the first demand.
Well, one thing I do want to point out, either of you can invite other factions or people to join your fight if you want to, but you don't have to.
Yeah, and I suppose we should also declare our objectives before we start the fight proper.
So my objective is to I guess it would be capture or kill Cross.
Let's see, and I think our objective is going to be. But I think we just want to like unmask you. We want to know who you are.
Oh, sure. Got it. Okay. Cool. I think I think I'm not going to invite anyone because I think this was very crap, what's the word? Impulsive. This was like a super impulsive thing. Like Malik is getting very impatient and very like high strung about all of this, and was just like, someone came in and was like, "Hey, that Cross guy's at this place," and he just like, "We're going," and he just went and like grabbed people and just left. Yeah, so I think that's what that's it. That's why it's like just him and these 4 randos that he was able to grab. Yeah, that's for me. So I think that is good. Cool. So I will make my first demand.
I love how you already know no one would come to CH4 if he invited them anyway.
Yeah. I have no friends at this table.
I mean, you could have. You were a good dancer.
We had a moment, and then you tried to kill me, and you did a thing.
Well.
You literally said you were not going to back down.
Who tried to kill who here? Is the question.
Who succeeded in killing who here? That's
yeah. There's been killing in both directions going on.
I'm gonna say what was it at? Submit now, or Imp, my least experienced soldier, surrenders to your mercy.
Well, we're not going to submit.
Right.
Like, yeah, take him, whatever.
Okay, yeah. So the 5 of us come in. Imp is in this very fittingly small mech, and like is kind of like zooming around the battlefield. And one of your guys just takes a big gun and just fires and blasts them out, and they just fall.
Yeah, that
And
would
like
would be
Imp falls like right
sure.
into your territory, and they just get capped. They get ripped out of the mech and pulled away or something.
Yeah. Like just picked up and like literally just tossed behind them.
Yeah. Like handle this person. Cool.
Yeah, so I think next up we see the Lillipad in their power armor. They zoom in on Amon. He's mine. So that's it. So submit now, or let's see, what's a good one here? Or you catch Lillipad out in the open and strike him down.
Well, I really don't want to kill Lillipad Nebula because they sound great, but
they are a lovely person.
I'm sure they're amazing.
They're the best oppressor ever.
Yeah. Rank 10% on Terror Yelp.
Yeah, so I don't submit. So Lillipad comes up, and I think there's like a very anime drawn out fight between us. But eventually I like take my chainsword and I'm able to like get into like their nuclear capacitor engine thing and just like chop it off, and their power armor just like collapses and like they fall over, and I like just step on them.
Okay, so then play would pass to CH4, I guess.
Well, it was my demand.
Oh, but you're supposed to make a demand in return immediately on Tux's turn. And then it passes to you because you're the only other player in the scene.
Well, I just did one. That was mine.
Yeah. Okay.
There should be Tux.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I guess I've been misreading that then.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's okay. Yeah, that's if there's more than two of us. If there's just two of us, it just goes back and forth. Okay.
Gotcha.
Got it. Coolio. Withdraw now, or you catch Goblin in a sharp crossfire and tear them apart.
I'm not going to withdraw, am I? Yeah, so I think what we see is Oculus Cloud with a big fuck up gun from earlier, and Draco with like a set of he's the kind of guy with like dual wield shotguns, Wolfenstein style. And this is just a barrage of bullets, and explosions.
Yep.
And there is no Goblin. Goblin is no more. So let's see. Then it's my turn. So let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna do a thing. I think I'm gonna do the ugly thing. Let's see. Withdraw now, or let's see. Wait, no, you want to capture them.
Capture or kill.
Yeah, capture or kill. So let's see. I'm gonna figure out like a good way to word this. See. Yeah, submit now, or your artillery fire takes out Orion Cross and scatters the rest of my force. You can end the tier if you want, but you'll have to kill him.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Yeah. They. I don't submit. So. I think. Jin is like. In a really big, like, they were in a mech that like lifts like just like huge ass like steel girders or whatever, and like lifts them up and stuff. So that like their mech is now outlined with like these huge guns in the back, and they've been kind of in the back setting up this shot and waiting for us to get set it up for them. And I think like their targeting computer is finally like, bing, and then they push the button and just like, and just all this stuff rains down and like kind of onto like the building and like around the thing. And so yeah, it's just kind of like raining fire down on this little skirmish area. And yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you get what you want, but the game isn't over. Yeah, the skirmish isn't ended.
Yep.
It's your turn. You're in a room with two very angry-looking executors. Executives, and CH4 is in there somewhere.
Let's see. I think this is a pretty good one actually. So withdraw now, or an opportune shot cripples Jin, my lieutenant.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a shot. This is like the one that's like as they're bombing Orion.
Yeah.
We get a shot of like, Oculus with their big like, fuck off gun. Just takes a shot and like shoots Jin in the leg.
Yeah.
The frame sort of like topples over. So yeah, I think I have a good one. Submit now, or you get the drop on Draco Euphorion and take them prisoner.
I think it's kind of interesting. So I am going to say that I submit.
Oh.
Very cool.
So I think we like take out. So we like the building gets taken out. And then Amon turns back and is about to order like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. But then, yeah, I think we just like that, like, oh shit, they killed him. We need to get them now. Like, and more people come in and we just kind of get
Swapped.
outgunned. Yeah, and yeah, I submit.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I like it. I like it a lot.
next time on Love and Bantraphyll, what do we want to see?
I
have a
want to
question.
see. I want to see what the heck is going to happen with Amon and the Dearborn, and like what that him being captured means and looks like.
It's gonna be good.
Definitely.
Like I am busting for that now.
Come back next week. For sure.
Yeah, if you tune in next time, maybe we'll find out.
Maybe we won't.
I think next episode is a really good time to go into Amon's backstory.
Right. We're
Yeah.
just going to do all flashbacks.
It's
Gonna be 5 episodes of filler because that's how animes work.
This is when Amon gets his powers back.
Oh, right. Of course. I want to know what Sirius is doing now. Like, if she's going to join one of the resistance groups or form her own. Or something completely different. Just continue to be
well, there is one that
ghost
just lost their leader.
I mean, that's a good point.
That is a pretty good point.
I'm curious to see what Angela might do if she finds out that Malik/Amon was captured. Probably chastise him because this is exactly what she warned him not to do.
I told you this would happen.
And I think I want to know, and I call back to the very first episode, How long can you fry a person before they give up their secret?
Holy shit!
Damn.
It's like you planned it.
Calculated.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was a show.
Mhm. It was one hell of a show.
We want to do some shout outs. Who's got things they want to talk about? Stanny,
guess
you got
we all
anything
do.
cool?
I am graduating in 3 weeks. Go me.
Nice.
Nice.
Congrats.
No,
Yeah.
that's good.
You can follow me on Twitter where I don't talk about school at all at twitter.com/Estany, or you can check me out here on Twitch. I've got backlogs of board games that you guys should watch.
Should. They're fun.
Twitch.tv/Estany.
How about you, Umbra? You're in some things, I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, in some things. Well, not sure what Wednesdays are going to be like, but we might do a thing.
Yeah, they're little.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, things are
in
up
transition.
in there. Yeah, because vacation time is happening. But it might be some cool things going on RP Gloria's channel on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central European time. And, well, I just finished my job as of today, so I'll be having a lot more free time this coming month. I was only going to be there for for July, either way. So, and I've got jobs, interviews lined up for August. So I have a lot of free time, so I've been thinking about doing a lot more streaming in August.
It's a good
So
idea.
keep an eye, Twitch, Twitter, Deal Rumba, if you want to get more robot goodness. I'm sure I can find something.
Amazing. All right, Tux, what about you?
Awesome.
Let's hear about your life.
Well, in 2 hours we have our character creation, ship creation, first episode for Magic Dance, which is a scum and villainy game. So
Wow.
yeah, do you want to be on it, Kelsa?
Sure.
Okay. I guess Kelsa's gonna be on it, totally unplanned.
I'm so impressed you managed to find the player so that
I know, it's crazy. We were having to be looking for one more player, and it just kind of happened.
Kind of fell in your
What
I
lap.
don't know how it
Yes.
worked out. Yeah, it's a scum and villainy game. So if you've heard of Blades, scum and villainy is a hack of Blades, which makes it very space opera-y. So like Guardians of the Galaxy, Outlaw Star Wars, all those good things. We're going to be making our characters and making our ship, and then if we have time, we'll like jump into a job to get our feet wet with it, and that'll be super awesome. So that'll be in 2 hours at my channel, twitch.tv/Dr. If you happen to have something else to do, or if you want to check it out later, it'll also be on youtube.com/Dr. And then at 8, we've got Urban Shadows, our game, The Perimeter, should be back. We've had a few weeks off from that, but it'll be good to get back into that. And that'll be at 8 Eastern, so 6 hours from now. And yeah, other stuff, just come and check out the channel. I'm here, I'm there, I'm in other places, and yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Cool. I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa. Right here is twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi or YouTube/KelsaDelphi. You can find me in those places. If you want to follow me, that is fantastic because I put out stuff. Today, in about 2 hours, I'm going to be over on that Scum and Villainy game with Tux. Surprise, surprise. At 5 p.m. Pacific or 8 p.m. Eastern, I am going to be over on AP Gaming Reels channel for a 5th edition D&D game called Winter's Edge, The Grand Company. On Wednesdays, there's a thing with RP Glory, but it's complicated because everybody's on vacation. And you can then find me on Wednesday evenings over on Tuxtradamus' channel again for Longfall, which is a game that I dearly love. I got more stuff in the works, so follow me on Twitter if you want to hear more about stuff. Fair warning, I do sometimes tweet pictures of spiders, but usually I've been moving those to Instagram so it doesn't automatically display them, and there's always a warning, so, you know, if you don't like spiders, don't follow me on Instagram. Anyway, the point is, this is a great show. I'm going to move us back over to